Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. Today I wanted to show you the build and the setup to do insane amounts of damage. I'm talking over 8,000 damage. So for Middenhall, I've got Rubiss Sword, Erdrick's Shield, Erdrick's Helm, Erdrick's Armor, and 2 Mighty Armlets. The Mighty Armlets are very important. If you don't have Rubiss Sword, just go with Erdrick's Sword for now. On the Prince of Canik, I've got Mercury's Rapier, Thanatos' Shield. That's right, you can equip Cursed Armor on the Prince of Canik without any negative implications because of that story moment where he shatters that curse. For a headgear, I've got the Mask of Implaceability. Go with any cursed item really for the headgear. A lot of that cursed gear is absolutely top notch. And then of course I've got the Liquid Metal Armor, which you get from the Tombola in the post-game Citadel. Both Rubiss' Sword and the post-game Tombola in the Citadel have to be won by defeating Shenlong at the top of the tower at the Cloudsgate Citadel. And then I've got a Mighty Armlet and a Meteorite Bracer on him. Meteorite Bracer is nice so he can get those first turn heals if need be, and then the Mighty Armlet of course to deal some good physical damage. Then for the Princess of Moonbrook, we've got the Demon Spear to allow instant crit kills. We've got Liquid Metal Shield, which you get from the Tombola in the Cloudgate Citadel. The Duplic Hat of course, which allows you to double cast every spell that you cast. And then to help that bad boy out, I've got the Godbird Robe equipped, which reduces the MP cost for spells. For accessories, I've got the Spirit Bracer to keep her alive, and the Meteorite Bracer to get those turns in quicker. Now for the Princess of Canik, you could go Erdrick's Sword if you have Rubiss' Sword on Middenhall, and then of course I got the Goddess Shield, which is pretty comparable to Erdrick's Shield, and then we've got the Liquid Metal Helm, which again I got from the Tombola in the Cloudgate Citadel. We've got the Exo Toga equipped, the Meteorite Bracer for speed, and the Spirit Bracer to keep her alive. If anyone remembers where I got the Godbird Robe from for Moonbrook, please let me know down in the comments, because for the life of me I cannot remember where I got it, and it is very helpful. But I'm going to show you guys how to get the Duplic Hat, which is absolutely pivotal for the late game. So first you want to go to Ripple Port, and then head on over to the port itself, the shipyard, whatever you want to call it, and head to the right. There's a little path here kind of on the docks, and there's a little house back here that you might have missed. I definitely did, and came back and found it quite a ways later on in the game, and it's in this ultimate key chest right here. That is where the Duplic Hat will be. Now let's get into the setup to do insane damage. But before we do, if you enjoy Dragon Quest content, top 10 videos, reviews, and podcasts, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. You can also hype the video to help others out in finding this. Alright, now let's begin. So to demonstrate, I'm going to use Shenlong because the amount of damage we're going to do, it's going to wipe out any other monster pretty much in the game, other than another super boss or something like that. Now the first thing you want to do is use Focus Pocus on Middenhall. If you don't have one yet, you can find one in the Volcanic Grotto on the 3rd floor on the far eastern side. Just take the far east staircase on the 2nd floor and it'll take you to that 3rd basement floor where the Focus Pocus scroll can be found. If you already got that one, you can get one for cash in 40 mini medals at the mini medal place. What Focus Pocus does on Middenhall is it gives him access to his souped up abilities, specifically the one we're looking for to deal this massive damage without the need to have less than half his hit points. For Canik, I just have him set to Show No Mercy. It saves time on this setup, and honestly, Canik knows best. Alright, now for Moonbrook, we want to use Oomph on Middenhall, and then for the Princess of Canik, we want to use Sap on the enemy to lower his defense. So we are increasing Middenhall's damage by a ton here while decreasing the enemy's defenses. Obviously Sap doesn't work on all enemies, but it works on quite a few of them. Next turn we need Middenhall to use Wildside. This allows him to double up his actions on each turn. In order to get Wildside on Middenhall, you do need to find the scroll, which can be found in the northern seabed storeroom, which requires the ultimate key. So you're gonna have to go to Rubiss' shrine and then go north of there to where the water gets deep enough, and then go down as deep as you can, and there should be an area you can enter. That'll be the northern storeroom. Go in there, beat up the guards, you loot all the treasure, and you'll get yourself the Wildside scroll that you can then put on the Prince of Middenhall. It is absolutely necessary for this setup. Alright, so after selecting Wildside on Middenhall, you want to double tap that Sap, just to make sure you reduce the enemy's defense as much as possible. Next turn, it's time to deal some damage. Hold square on cutting edge to do the most powerful physical attack in the game, ×2. For Moonbrook now, you can just use a spell, whatever you want to use, and then you want to use Egg On for the Princess of Canik, which boosts Middenhall's attack even more. Now check out this damage.
Now watch this drive.
And just like that, you'll be doing 16,000 damage for that attack. So yeah, that upgrades Cutting Edge to Unbridled Blade and does a crap load of damage. Let me know down in the comments if you found an even more powerful setup for some even more hard-hitting attacks. But so far, this is by far the most powerful attack and setup for that attack that I've found in the game. It's absolutely insane the amount of damage you can do. I hope this helped you out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.